In recent weeks, one unexpected shift in the American music landscape has caught the attention of both industry insiders and global K-pop observers. One of Jungkook's previously released solo songs has made a remarkable comeback on streaming platforms, particularly in the United States. This resurgence, which wasn't triggered by a new promotion, music video, or concert appearance, has sparked a wave of curiosity and speculation. Why is this track trending again, and more importantly, could it signal Jungkook's potential return to the US stage for a new leg of solo concerts? As digital music algorithms continue to impact listening behavior, it's not uncommon for older tracks to find new life on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, or Instagram Reels. In Jungkook's case, one of his most notable solo releases, originally launched during his debut solo era, has been consistently climbing the charts again on Spotify USA, Apple Music, and even Amazon Music. Reports indicate that the track began gaining momentum in late May 2025, but it wasn't until mid-June that it broke into Spotify's US Top 50 once again. Music tracking firm Chartmetrics reports that the song gained more than 1.7 million daily streams globally as of June 24th, with over 35% of those streams coming from North America. This marks a substantial spike compared to earlier months, where the song maintained a relatively modest daily stream count, largely in Asia and South America. Analysts are currently investigating the cause of the song's renewed popularity, but one leading theory centers around a viral dance challenge that started circulating on TikTok in early June, featuring American influencers and creators using Jungkook's song as background audio. Beyond social media virality, there's also a technical component to the song's comeback. Spotify's editorial playlists began re-including the track in their major K-pop and mood booster categories, while Apple Music featured it in their Today's Hits US edition. This has given the song increased visibility not just among existing BTS or Jungkook fans, but also among casual listeners who might not have engaged with his solo discography before. Remarkably, the track has also seen a return to several college radio station playlists in California, New York, and Texas, suggesting organic interest from young listeners and campus music communities. Industry insiders in Los Angeles and New York have begun to take note. One senior A&R representative from a US record label, speaking anonymously, stated, "What we're seeing with Jungkook's track is a classic example of how a song doesn't need to be new to be relevant. When a track resonates emotionally or rhythmically with a certain demographic, especially Gen Z, it can gain traction again, even without promotion." In Jungkook's case, the song never truly disappeared. It just needed the right moment and context to resurface. Interestingly, the timing aligns with a general increase in demand for international acts returning to the US stage post-pandemic and post-hiatus. American audiences are eager for large-scale live events again, and global artists, particularly from South Korea, have seen growing demand for concerts in cities such as Los Angeles, Chicago, Dallas, Atlanta, and New York. Jungkook, known for his live vocal precision and energetic stage presence, was previously part of BTS's record-breaking stadium tours across the US. With his solo music now regaining momentum, the question arises, will he return to America soon? It's worth noting that Jungkook has previously hinted at expanding his solo presence internationally. In interviews before his military enlistment, he expressed interest in connecting more deeply with fans abroad, particularly in countries where English is the dominant language. His debut solo album featured multiple tracks in English, which many viewed as a strategic move to build his brand in Western markets. Now, with this unexpected revival of one of those tracks, those earlier plans may be reactivated, possibly sooner than expected. What makes this moment especially notable is how different the current landscape is compared to when the song was first released. At that time, Jungkook was still early in his solo journey, navigating a competitive and saturated pop market. While the track enjoyed success, it didn't reach the extended longevity in the West that fans had hoped for. Now, however, the song is finding new audiences, in part due to shifts in online content culture, short-form video consumption, and a growing curiosity around Korean solo acts beyond just group activities. Meanwhile, Korean media outlets have started picking up on the US chart developments. Several news agencies in Seoul have published articles questioning whether this could lead to an earlier-than-expected global promotional schedule from Jungkook's agency, Big Hit Music. Though there has been no official confirmation, fans and experts alike point to the timing of summer festivals and global music awards, which often feature surprise announcements from major artists. Jungkook's name has already appeared in some speculative lineups for late 2025 American events, although nothing has been finalized. In fan communities, the resurgence has been both exciting and mysterious. Discussions on platforms such as Reddit, Weverse, and X, formerly Twitter, have included detailed tracking of streaming counts, playlist inclusions, and even airport sighting rumors. Fans have noticed subtle updates to Jungkook's official artist pages on Spotify and Apple Music, such as refreshed visuals and updated bios. These kinds of backend changes sometimes precede announcements of new releases or tours, which adds to the growing speculation. Still, it's important to recognize that trends alone don't guarantee action. For Jungkook to return to the US stage, several factors must align, ranging from management strategy and venue availability to international logistics and post-military schedule transitions. However, the current momentum does provide a clear signal to his team. The American market is paying attention again, and there's an open window of opportunity. To sum up, the unexpected rise of Jungkook's hit song in America is not just a matter of statistics. It's a signal that his solo brand still holds significant appeal in a highly competitive market, and that his potential return to the US could be both timely and impactful. While nothing has been confirmed as of now, the digital music trend lines and fan anticipation are pointing in one direction. Jungkook may be coming back to America, and this time, his solo concert could be even bigger than before. The resurgence of Jungkook's previously released solo track in the American market isn't just anecdotal, it's backed by hard data. Over the past 3 weeks, the song has displayed a measurable increase in performance across multiple platforms, from traditional charting systems like Billboard to algorithm-driven services such as Spotify and Apple Music. In this chapter, we take a closer look at the metrics behind the momentum, the platforms responsible, and the broader implications of Jungkook's renewed digital footprint in the United States, starting with Spotify, which remains the leading audio streaming platform in the US. Jungkook's track has seen a week-over-week growth rate of over 120% in the American market alone. From approximately 380,000 daily streams at the start of June, the song jumped to 870,000 daily US-based streams by June 24th. Globally, it has passed the 2 million daily stream mark. This leap placed the track back on the Spotify US Top 50, marking Jungkook as the only Korean soloist on that list as of this writing. Analysts attribute this spike partly to Spotify's playlist system. The track was recently added to high-traffic playlists such as Today's Top Hits, Pop Rising, and Global K-Pop. Each of these playlists has millions of followers, and their algorithm-driven rotation system rewards songs that perform well across regions. Once the track began trending on US TikTok and Instagram Reels, the streaming platform quickly picked up the change in momentum and responded with wider playlist distribution. Moving to Apple Music, Jungkook's solo song recently re-entered the platform's top 100 US pop songs chart, coming in at number 89, then steadily rising to number 64 over a 7-day period. This marked its first return to the Apple Music US charts since its original release year. In some states, including California, Texas, and New York, the song climbed even higher due to regional popularity and cultural crossover appeal. For context, Apple Music's chart system differs slightly from Spotify, relying more heavily on full song plays and user library saves, indicating not just curiosity-driven listens, but full track engagement. Meanwhile, YouTube has also played a substantial role in the track's newfound popularity. A fan-made dance challenge based on the chorus segment of the song has amassed over 75 million cumulative views across thousands of short videos on YouTube Shorts. In particular, the 30-second loop of Jungkook's hook has become a background staple for a variety of unrelated video content, ranging from fashion vlogs to skateboarding edits. This organic usage signals that the track has become a cultural audio element beyond its original genre and fanbase. YouTube's music trending tab currently places the song within the top 20 in the United States. Though it's not supported by an official music video release, the original MV has experienced a notable viewership increase, jumping from 2.1 million weekly views in May to 6.4 million weekly views by mid-June. This signals a renewed interest in Jungkook's visual identity as a solo artist, particularly among new viewers who may have missed the track during its original release cycle. The song's movement on Billboard is perhaps the most traditional sign of its success. As of the most recent update, the track entered Billboard's Hot 100 Re-Entry Watch list, which is a pre-ranking chart that signals tracks gaining traction just below the official chart threshold. With sustained momentum and strong streaming support, the track may break back into the Hot 100 in the coming days. If so, this would make Jungkook one of the few Korean soloists to achieve a Billboard Hot 100 re-entry without releasing new content. Social media platforms have been a key driver behind the surge. On TikTok, over 650,000 videos have been created using the song, with a combined hashtag view count of 1.2 billion. The challenge itself, largely fan-initiated, features a dance routine choreographed by fans and content creators in Los Angeles and Seoul. Influencers with millions of followers have jumped on the trend, providing the track with consistent visibility. TikTok's algorithm favors engagement and watch time, meaning that content with Jungkook's audio continues to be pushed toward a wider audience on Instagram Reels. Creators have followed a similar pattern. The track has been used in fashion lookbooks, lifestyle content, and travel vlogs, making it less niche and more integrated into mainstream lifestyle aesthetics. As a result, non-K-pop fans have discovered the song organically through casual content rather than targeted promotion, something that increases retention and saves in personal music libraries. X, formerly Twitter, data shows over 1.1 million tweets mentioning the track or Jungkook's name in relation to the song over the past 10 days. It trended in the US under tags like hashtag Jungkook solo back, hashtag that Jungkook song, and hashtag TikTok Jungkook track. Social media analysts at Talkwalker have observed that mentions are not only from K-pop fans but also from music influencers, digital creators, and playlist curators discussing the track's viral ITY.IN edition, Shazam. The music recognition app reported a 300% increase in tags for Jungkook's track in the United States. This is a strong indicator that new listeners, those unfamiliar with the artist, are encountering the song for the first time and seeking to identify it. High Shazam activity is often a precursor to playlist inclusion and higher search engine traffic. Lastly, Google Trends also reflects this growth. Searches for the song title combined with Jungkook have skyrocketed in states like California, Illinois, Florida, and Washington. Related searches include Jungkook New Tour 2025, Is Jungkook Performing in America Again? And Why is Jungkook Trending? These terms suggest a rising curiosity not only about the song but also about the possibility of live performances or announcements tied to this renewed interest. Tio summarized the analytics picture. Jungkook's track is performing beyond expectations across nearly every major music and social media platform in the US. The digital numbers confirm that this is not a short-lived spike, but a sustained resurgence powered by algorithmic discovery, user engagement, and cross-platform interest. From streaming to trending, the data presents a clear message. Jungkook's solo brand has re-entered the US music conversation, and the numbers continue to build momentum with each passing day. If these metrics continue to rise, there's a strong chance that this could prompt his label to consider not only more promotional activity, but also live engagements in North America. With such a data-driven foundation, speculation around a solo tour is no longer just fan wishful thinking. It's a possibility grounded in measurable public interest. With the numbers pointing clearly toward a major resurgence, media outlets in the United States, South Korea, and internationally have started to weigh in on the surprising return of Jungkook's hit song. Unlike typical promotional cycles driven by new music or appearances, this situation has sparked conversation within music journalism circles because of its organic nature. The revival wasn't orchestrated by a marketing push. It happened through a combination of algorithmic momentum, user engagement, and cultural timing. As such, both mainstream and niche media are now dissecting what this could mean for the artist, his management team, and the evolving structure of global pop success. Billboard magazine was among the first major Western media outlets to publish an article analyzing the song's resurgence. In a recent online piece titled, "Why Jungkook's Solo Track is Trending Again, and What It Says About K-Pop's Longevity," the author noted how the track's melodic accessibility and emotional resonance had allowed it to remain discoverable long after its initial release. The article emphasized that the digital ecosystem, particularly TikTok and Spotify, has the power to extend the life of a song far beyond traditional cycles. The piece concluded by saying that Jungkook may be the first K-pop soloist to achieve a full-fledged second wave without a new project tied to it. Similarly, Rolling Stone published a digital editorial examining the relationship between Jungkook's vocal identity and his evolving Western fanbase. They pointed out that while BTS as a group had always enjoyed massive popularity, Jungkook's solo material allowed him to build a slightly different audience, one more attuned to R&B influenced pop, minimal production aesthetics, and emotionally clear English lyrics. The resurgence, according to the article, proves that Jungkook's solo discography can stand independently in a US market already saturated with mainstream pop content. Korean entertainment media, such as Simpy, All K-Pop, and Naver News, have been quick to translate and circulate these Western takes. Headlines like "American Media Predicts Possible Solo Tour for Jungkook" and "Global Chart Say It All," Jungkook's power unfading, have gone viral on Korean platforms, with many writers framing the track's return as both a domestic point of pride and a signal of future activity. Some Korean entertainment analysts have speculated that HYBE, Big Hit's parent company, could be reconsidering its global artist rollout strategy in light of this unexpected second wave. Meanwhile, professional music critics and streaming strategists have begun offering more technical evaluations. In a recent feature in Music Business Worldwide, streaming data analyst Jordan Fenwick highlighted how Jungkook's track had followed what he called the delayed virality curve. Unlike typical tracks that rise quickly following a campaign or a music video, this song built its momentum slowly through user-generated content, returning listeners, and algorithmic pattern recognition. According to Fenwick, the interesting part about Jungkook's performance is that no major promo was necessary. The song's structure, its pacing, its melodic hook, and its chorus tempo made it ideal for micro-content. That's why it works so well in short-form videos, and that's why it's finding new life. Music managers and A&R executives have also started to take notice. While most industry professionals remain tight-lipped about upcoming plans, several insiders interviewed anonymously by Variety and Forbes Music indicated that internal conversations are happening. A former tour manager for a top-tier Western artist said, "If Jungkook's team isn't already preparing a strategy for North America, they're likely in the early stages of reviewing the feasibility." The numbers speak for themselves, and in this industry, data is leverage. A single song trending this hard, this organically, in the US? That's a door waiting to be walked through. From a branding perspective, entertainment marketing firms in New York and Los Angeles have noted that Jungkook is in a unique position. Unlike artists who rely on constant content drops, his recent military enlistment means that he has had limited public exposure. Ironically, this scarcity seems to have added to the mystery and appeal of his solo music, especially for Western audiences discovering him in the current moment. A brand strategist at a leading media agency commented, "There's an intrigue factor now. People know who Jungkook is, but they're rediscovering his work like it's fresh, because for them it is." In addition, the US media landscape is taking into account the growing influence of Korean soloists. Following the breakout solo projects of artists like Jimin, Taeyong, and IU's recent collaborations, Jungkook's charting success offers another case study of the shifting boundaries between Eastern and Western pop culture. An op-ed in The Fader described the situation as a new phase of global music interchange, where a song from a Korean soloist can achieve popularity in America not because of cultural crossover, but because of genuine sonic compatibility. From the music award industry standpoint, conversations have started around potential nominations if the track maintains its popularity.